Hi everyone, it's Jum Lamont from Fusion Graduate Consultancy. We just wanted to give you a bit of a check-in around everything that's happening in the graduate industry right now and how we can continue to support you as graduate leaders as well. So the development space has changed significantly over recent weeks. And today I'm joined by Cathy James. Many of you will know Cathy's face. Cathy has been instrumental in the graduate industry for many years. She's held various roles and she has been an absolute asset to the industry as a whole. And we're very fortunate at Fusion that Cathy has joined our team in the role of an instructional designer and facilitator. And she's played a massive role in taking things virtual for us. So I'm really excited to get a bit more insight from Cathy and have that shared with you. So Cathy, welcome, and thank you for joining us today on Zoom.
You're welcome, Jum. Hi.
It's obviously been a really changing environment over the last couple of weeks. How have you gone about adapting that design process for many of these programs that we have been running?
Look, we're certainly not looking at our design process the same way that we normally would. So it's been a lot of fun and a great challenge to work on. Often we're taking things right back to the beginning of the design process and working with the client to really understand the learning objectives for the session and the training that we want to deliver. I mean, we can pretty confidently deliver any training in a virtual setting, but the learning objectives themselves often need to be refined so that you can reach the same outcome and value. And a part of that understanding is understanding the needs of the graduates right now and adapting some of the content we have to make sure that it's providing real and immediate value. And whether that's helping them manage up and taking ownership of some of their questions and the support needs that they have right now, or whether it's just looking at providing them with the best ways to seek feedback so that they can stay really engaged while they're working remotely. And then we've been obviously looking internally from a design process at all the ways where we can keep graduates engaged during their learning experience. So we're using the different functionality available in Zoom, which is the platform we use most, but we're also been finding and exploring some different external apps that can really bring the content to life. So those activities that you do in the classroom really need to be rethought and reconsidered so that you can really maintain the opportunities that grads have in a classroom setting for collaboration and learning from each other. And there are some fantastic apps out there that we've been introducing that can replicate things like flip chart activities or post-it note activities. It's been a lot of fun trying to figure that out and then taking it to the grads.
Yeah, I've absolutely loved some of those applications that you've introduced to many of our programs, and I know the grads do too. So it's made it very interactive. So what other some other worries that you might have when it comes to designing and maybe delivering in that virtual space?
Yeah, look, I guess it's the taking a close look at the content of the module itself and talking with our clients and really trying to identify what's absolutely critical. Where in a virtual environment, we're working with a reduced time frame. You're usually looking at a maximum of 90 minutes. Any longer and you'll find anyone, let alone graduates, really struggling to concentrate. So we'll try and keep that within the 90-minute time frame. And we're chatting to our clients around those real critical areas of content and then discussing and exploring with them the differing expectations that you have within a virtual design environment. So what would ordinarily be maybe a one-day classroom event where everybody gets together in the same location, we might be looking to turn that into 3 morning sessions on Zoom or another platform where we're giving them activities to work on literally on the job in between to clarify some of that learning and give them a chance to practice before they come back to the next session. And in terms of timeframes as well, a lot of the activities and the group discussions we find take an awful lot longer in a virtual environment than they ordinarily would face-to-face, so we're having to adapt to that a little bit as well. There's absolutely no point cramming in the same amount of content in a face-to-face session as online if you're going to be losing those valuable opportunities to connect and share. So we're really being mindful of that.
And we're in a really fortunate position, I think, Cathy, that we get to work with a really large range of different clients and organisations. And how do you think that they've been responding to these changes that we've had to make?
Well, I guess our initial approach is to build a real partnership with our clients and really try and understand the needs of the organisation, the needs of the current grad cohort, and then try and find the best development solution that meets all of those needs. And so we take a real customized and human-centric solution anyway, but especially now with such a changing and challenging environment that we find ourselves in. Yeah, our clients have been really appreciating that approach, and we're starting to see, well, they're certainly starting to see the real benefits that virtual learning can offer, not just from a cost reduction perspective, but also in the outcomes that can be achieved. It's been great.
And, you know, we are very passionate about this industry and the people that are in it as well. And we've been doing a few different things to try and support the wider graduate industry over the last couple of weeks, and it's been going really well. We've had many reach out to us in looking for that support and helping where we can. Do you want to just explain a few of those things we've been trying to do to support the industry and, you know, across that space?
Yeah, definitely. It's been fantastic to actually recognise that as a company, Fusion's got the ability to jump in and support not just the grads going through this really tough time, but also the graduate program leaders as well. So, yeah, so we're doing a couple of things where we're trying to help everyone in the industry really connect and share their experiences, learn from each other. But most of all, we're really wanting to check in on the well-being of the graduate leaders and find ways that we can support them. So apart from designing and delivering a lot of development sessions for our clients and their grads, we're also really focused on, and as you say, engaging with the graduate industry and running regular industry discussions. A few weeks ago, we had our first session. The topic was around graduate development. But during that event, there really emerged a conversation around how we can ensure the well-being of our graduates. So we responded and we held another industry-specific discussion that was just on that topic that resulted in a lot of really great ideas. But we also saw a real need to hold a session specifically on the wellness of our graduate leaders. So we're really excited. This week we're holding a session on Thursday that allows those graduate leaders to really take a moment and be selfish and concentrate on their own well-being. And we've got a fantastic guest speaker, confidence coach Mel Schilling, joining us, which is really exciting.
It's been fantastic to see the graduate industry come together for these discussions. I think in week one we started with, you know, close to 40, and last week we're up towards 65, 70 graduate leaders coming together to share, to support each other, to network, and it's been fantastic to see. And that is something that we will continue to do over the coming weeks. I know, as you just mentioned, it's great to have Mel Schilling on board this week to talk about graduate leaders' wellbeing, but we've also got some behavioural data that we want to share with the leaders. We'll have Paula Jeff and Sanaya Krishnan joining us for that, to share that with you. And we'll also invite Abby Scott from SOBA to also share her insights into what that data means. And, you know, we know that these discussions are bringing up a lot of topics that managers and those that are looking after grads really want to discuss, and things like engagement and keep warm. And we'll continue to have these discussions in the upcoming weeks. And please continue to reach out to us if you've got other topics as well that you'd like to discuss. But it's not just the industry as a whole, but really specific, going back to the graduates themselves. What have we been doing in that space in the last couple of weeks in trying to offer some new sort of development opportunities for them as well?
Yeah, look, we've been continuing our initiative of the Virtual Academy that's providing some real fundamental skills for graduates and for organisations that are looking for that development, that craving that real development for their grads at the moment. And we've been holding some complimentary sessions from that Virtual Academy, the wellness one we talked about earlier. But this week we're really excited to have another great guest speaker on board, Nick Smith, who is an AFL Premiership player with the Sydney Swans, and we're going to be talking about understanding values. So we've got a couple of sessions, complimentary sessions running this week, which should be fantastic for those grads to really start to understand values, but also hear from someone at an elite sport level that's had a lot of conversation around values at that level.
And yeah, so as you said, you know, these complimentary sessions are really something that's really important to us as a company, to really start to give back to the industry. And we'll continue with these complimentary sessions. I know in the coming weeks we've got mindfulness, that we have Teresa Barclay joining us to help run that and facilitate that. We've got Simon Wilton jumping on board with the communications section. So there's a lot of guest facilitators and members of our team that are jumping in and supporting that. So we're really looking forward to the weeks that are coming up, and we know the uptake has been brilliant, and we know that there are many organisations and leaders out there that are appreciating this at this time, and we'll continue to customise and develop these programs as well for many of our clients, which is exciting at the same time as it might be a little bit daunting for many of them as well. So thank you so much,
for us,
Cathy.
I think, too, Jum.
It is
daunting for us as well, I think.
But it is really exciting. It is fantastic to be able to continue to support the industry. We are here for you, so please reach out if there is anything we can do. If you do need any help with anything, we have our fantastic Fusion team here to answer any questions, or even just be that shoulder that you may need to lean on at different times. So please reach out. Our details are here, and we look forward to speaking to you in whatever capacity that might be in the coming weeks. So thanks very much for joining us, Cathy, and for sharing your insights.
You're welcome. Thanks very much. It's exciting times.